Hi guys, it's Rebecca, also known as Reiki Reselling, and today I've got my trusted giant coffee cup and we're going to have a bit of a coffee and a chat. Okay, so today I just kind of want to be real here. Okay, I am a part-time reseller. I do not do this full-time, however I do have a full-time job and I like to thrift and fit it in where I can. As you know, I might be, considered new to the community. I've not really put myself out there before. I've only been doing this sort of thing since October, and I kind of got into reselling a little bit by accident, and I'm sure you guys can obviously appreciate that, because I had a bit of a credit card balance that I wanted to clear. I think at the time it was about £900 because I just had my bathroom fitted and I wanted to get it all sorted. So I used that opportunity to go around a few boot sales. I like boot sales anyway, and see what things I can buy really cheap and flip for a profit. And it kind of started from there, to be honest. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for it, and I'm really sorry, but I kind of wanted to sort of make my money go further, and I don't kind of sell my items at the going standard rate. So if everyone else on eBay is selling a jumper for like £20-30, I may just sell it for £15. And that's not, knocking any other resellers or anything like that. They obviously have their margins and their profits that they need to make, but I just think, if I bought it for 50p and I'm selling it for £10.15, then it's still a good shout on my side, and the customer feels like they're getting a bargain. I feel like I'm getting a good profit, and I still get a decent amount of profit there. And it's at the end of the day, it stops that kind of thing from going to the landfill. So it's kind of a win-win all round, really, and that's kind of what my business model is. I'm not there to deliberately undercut anybody in the community, but I just thought it's important to let you guys know, because obviously people do have their own markups and people do have their own sort of margins that they want to have. As I'm showing you my sales and stuff, you'll probably notice that the prices are quite low, but at the end of the day, the customer's happy, I'm happy, and that's all that reselling is about. Making sure that you get that bit of profit, making sure that the customer's happy, making sure that overall everything's all hunky-dory. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there. I'm also probably considered to be like a bulk sort of reseller. I buy things in bulk from a couple of contacts that I have. So there's a guy near me that does house clearances, and I buy like a load of his toys, games and clothes that he sorts out. I get them a lot cheaper. I get them about £15, and I then flip them for a profit. It works out about like 100-200 items, so it's literally talking 10-15 an item, if that. So it really helps getting them that cheap, because then I'm able to offer that cheaper price for my customer, and it means that the prices are fair for everyone. I get a good deal, they get a good deal. With a lot of house clearance people as well, you tend to find that if they're not able to sell it on, it's quite often ends up in landfills. So yeah, I kind of make it my mission to try and buy them when I can, but I think it is going to be stopping sometime later on in the year, because I just don't have the space for the stock. And yes, the items are shifting, and yes, they are still selling, but people aren't necessarily wanting toys at this time of the year, and that's predominantly what I buy from them. It was really good when I was first starting, because I had no stock. I had very little money. I only had like £10-15 that I could spare. So it was great, because I bought like I say, the 100 items. I already had Vinted, and it meant that I could just take a few photos off my phone, list them, and obviously make a little bit on the side. And little by little it did pay my credit card off, so I was really happy with that. Mostly now though, you'll probably find that the channel is going to be where I'm going thrifting, going to thrift shops, going to local charity shops, going to boot sales, that kind of thing, rather than getting all these bulk items stock. So hopefully you'll see the prices go up a little bit. They're not selling for like a couple of quid, couple of pound here and there. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. The other reason why I got into reselling was for my little boys. So I have a 5-year-old who is diagnosed with autism, and I have a 2-year-old on Saturday, which is sadly showing signs of autism as well. And he's been like on the radar for a while now, and he's going to get investigated. And for those people that don't really know anything about autism, one day you could have, you know, an absolutely fine morning. The next day you could do exactly the same thing and end up with a different result. You can have meltdowns. Sometimes, you know, these meltdowns can be for the simplest of things, like you're not going out to the car one day. Like my youngest son, we call him a monster, but he's not really, he's like adorable. But he can be a little terror if we haven't gone out on the morning drive somewhere, like to a boot sale, like to a charity shop, or even just getting in the car and driving for 5 minutes. He associates that as the day starting. And for him, I think it's important that we try and keep the routine as best as we can. But so if it's broken in any way, it can be made done for the entire day. But with them being quite little, I thought it would be a good idea to get a little bit of savings put aside from the reselling, so that if I did need to take time off work, I can, and not have to worry about sort of like the financial burden. And I am quite fortunate being in the position that I'm in, because I do have a full-time job at the moment, and I know a lot of people with children who are on the spectrum don't. And I know everybody's different, but I want to use that sort of wage I need that wage to put the roof over my head, basically, and to give the kids the life that I want them to have. And I just think being able to just suddenly have, you know, a couple of weeks off work if they're having really bad meltdowns, and not have to worry about the repercussions from a financial point of view, you know, can be very beneficial. So yeah, very, very deep, didn't mean to be. But let us know what you think down below. And obviously if you guys have any sort of, you know, reasons for reselling, I would really like to know, because, you know, we're a community after all. We need to stick together. So let us know down below what you think, and thanks for watching.